American Pickers ratings for highly anticipated Carnival episode revealed after numbers dropped to season low. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal the November 6, 2024 episode Carnival Cash Out had a surge in ratings with 547,000 viewers. On the episode, Mike, 60 in Jersey, 61, checked out a four-generation Carnival collection that featured carousel horses and bumper cars. Fans couldn't wait for the new episode, as one wrote on social media ahead of the show, "I'm going to love this. I always loved merry-go-round horses." A second commented, "I love carousels, how amazing." The third episode of season 26, The Great Rizzoli, saw a slight surge with 566,000 viewers on October 23, the highest of the season. The second episode of the season, Wolfman vs. the Automations, brought in just 463,000 viewers on October 16. The premiere episode on October 9 brought in 565,000 fans as Mike picked through Evel Knievel memorabilia. Episode 3 had 880,000 viewers tune in. By the January 24 episode, ratings increased to 948,000 viewers. The February 28 episode brought in 966,000 viewers. The season finale on March 27 had 832,000 tune in. The most-watched show on History Channel is William Shatner's Unsplained, as of November 7. The show explores the world's most fascinating, strange, and inexplicable mysteries. The November 1 episode brought in 696,000 viewers. Proof is Out There and Mountain Men came in second and third, respectively, while American Pickers is the fourth most-watched show on the network. Fans have even been calling for the show's cancellation. "This show needs to go. Cancel this show, it's a husk of what it was," one fan wrote. Another said, "It was never good. This show ruined the buying/selling market." A third asked, "Will American Pickers continue?" But despite the ratings crisis and fan backlash, the U.S. Sun reported in May 2024 that the series has more seasons left in its contract. They're filming for season 26, and they have signed on for 3 more years, the show insider claimed. Mike revealed earlier this month that he will start filming for the new season soon. When original cast member Frank Fritz was on the show, ratings were over 1 million viewers. Frank last appeared on American Pickers in March 2020. He took time off to undergo back surgery, but in 2021, Mike revealed he was not returning to the series. Frank told the U.S. Sun during a 2021 interview that he was feuding with his co-star Mike. In an interview with People from earlier this month, Mike revealed why Frank did not return to the History Channel series. He explained that during the pandemic, Frank injured his back and underwent surgery. With that time off and him having surgery, it was like the perfect storm. He became addicted to opioids, and that's when everything changed, Mike said. Mike said he staged an intervention with Frank's loved ones. He claimed Frank continued to struggle with addiction when filming started, as they fought really hard to get him into rehab, and he never, ever gave up on his friend. Mike claimed production asked Frank for negative drug tests, but he didn't provide them. Mike said the network just finally made the decision. A source claimed to the U.S. Sun about how Frank's substance abuse battle began. Because of Frank's battle with Crohn's, he was on medication that left his bones weak. When he broke his back, he needed to undergo surgery. That's when he got addicted to pain medication, the insider claimed. Crohn's is a bowel disease that causes inflammation in the digestive tract. The source alleged that Frank went to rehab twice to combat his addiction issues. He got out, and then he suffered the stroke, the insider alleged. In the July 2021 interview with the U.S. Sun, Frank revealed he entered treatment for alcohol abuse at the Abbey Center in Bettendorf, Iowa for 77 days. He was sober for 11 months at the time of the interview. Frank then suffered a stroke at his Iowa farmhouse in July 2022. Frank's friends filed a guardianship and conservatorship for him because his decision-making capacity was so impaired. He passed away in hospice 2 years later on September 30, 2024, at 60 years old. Despite the firing and feud, Mike and Frank ultimately made up. Mike and other loved ones were by Frank's side when he passed away in hospice. Frank's good friend Jerry Gendreau previously told the U.S. Sun how the series hasn't been the same without the star. "I think the show is not nearly as good as it was." The latest ratings report for American Pickers revealed mixed news for fans of the long-running show. The highly anticipated Carnival episode finally aired after weeks of teasing, but despite the buzz, it didn't quite pull in the numbers many had hoped for. After a season low the previous week, fans and the network alike were watching closely to see if this festive and colorful episode could help American Pickers regain its stride. The Carnival episode's premise was a real throwback, offering up that nostalgic blend of Americana and adventure that fans fell in love with over a decade ago. Mike Wolf and his team were digging through old Carnival gear, a rarity that promised glimpses into vintage rides, cotton candy machines, clown cars, and other relics of classic American carnivals. In a show that's all about finding treasures hidden in plain sight, an episode centered around the carnival seemed like the perfect fit, promising both visual spectacle and high-stakes picking. As with any American Pickers episode, the thrill of discovery and the tension of the bargain were on full display. Mike and his crew visited an old, crumbling fairground rumored to hold all sorts of treasures, from rusted bumper cars and carousel horses to mysterious old funhouse mirrors. The fairground, which had operated for nearly 70 years before shutting down in the 1980s, was like a time capsule. It was a dream location for a show that thrives on nostalgia and forgotten history. The teasers before the episode had fans excited, especially as this was one of the first episodes to bring back some of that classic road trip magic. The carnival grounds, eerily quiet and overgrown with weeds, were packed with hidden gems. Promos featured Mike gleefully examining a colorful but faded carousel horse and showing off a rare zipper ride car, which he hinted might be worth a small fortune. With tantalizing moments like these, it seemed like the episode would be a hit with die-hard fans. But despite the pre-airing excitement, the ratings report wasn't as promising as the showrunners might have hoped. Early numbers showed that while the episode did see a slight improvement over the season low, it didn't bring American Pickers back to its peak ratings. For a series that once boasted millions of viewers tuning in each week, these numbers, while decent, highlighted a decline in audience interest that's been plaguing the show over the past few seasons. One factor might be the departure of Frank Fritz. A founding figure of American Pickers, Frank's absence left a hole in the show's dynamic that many fans still feel. Frank's chemistry with Mike brought a sense of camaraderie and humor that fans loved. The two of them balanced each other out, Mike's enthusiasm tempered by Frank's dry wit. While Mike has done a commendable job carrying the show forward, and his brother Robbie has stepped up as a consistent presence, fans miss the spark that Frank brought to the show. Many have speculated that some loyal viewers stopped tuning in regularly after Frank's departure. Another factor might be American Pickers' increasing competition. As other reality shows about vintage finds, history, and treasure hunting have cropped up, audiences are spoiled for choice. Shows like Pawn Stars, Storage Wars, and Antiques Roadshow offer similar appeals. And while American Pickers remains unique in its road trip format, the market is more crowded than ever. Even online streaming platforms now feature series that showcase everything from tiny home renovations to vintage restoration projects. In a way, American Pickers paved the way for this genre, but now it faces the challenge of staying relevant and fresh.